You've felt it, haven't you? A silence that's not really silence. A presence that lingers, even when he walks away. Something he tries to forget, but heaven won't let him. The angels have witnessed every moment, the beginning, the pull, the retreat. And still they whisper, she was sent. Not as coincidence, not as a test, but as a divine answer to a heart that no longer knew how to feel. There is something within you, not loud, not demanding, but sacred. And he saw it. Or rather, his soul did. Even if his mind couldn't comprehend it, even if his life wasn't prepared for it. Still, your presence stirred something deep inside him. A quiet unraveling. A remembering. When he looks at you, he doesn't just see a woman. He sees a possibility he didn't know existed. He sees the version of himself that he lost somewhere along the way. And that's terrifying for someone who's spent a lifetime trying to survive, not feel. The angels say, he didn't expect to care. But you activated something eternal. And now, even in his distance, the signs appear. A song. A dream. A scent that stops him mid-step. Heaven keeps nudging him gently, saying, she's the one. Don't forget. Because he tried to. God knows, he tried. But the soul can't unsee what it's been shown in the light. For you were once darkness, but now you are light in the Lord. Live as children of light. Ephesians 5 verse 8. He won't say it. Not out loud. Maybe not ever. But behind every silence, every mixed signal, every vanishing act, there's fear. Not fear of you. Fear of what you bring up in him. Because you, unknowingly, uncovered what he's kept buried. Grief he never named, tenderness he learned to numb, longing he denied just to keep functioning. The angels say, he was not taught to hold love. Only to chase it, lose it, or fear it. This is not about his past relationships. It's older than that. It's the boy within him who didn't get to be soft. The man who learned that survival meant silence. Who thought love was only real if it hurt or if it left. That's why he hesitates when things start to feel real. That's why he disappears just when it's getting warm. The moment he feels safe with you is the moment his alarm bells go off. Because safety, for him, feels unfamiliar. And unfamiliar often feels unsafe. So, he creates distance. Not to punish you, but to protect himself. Even if he doesn't know how to express that. Even if it looks like rejection. But the angels want you to understand, it's not rejection. It's a reaction. A reflex of a soul that's still learning it's allowed to be loved. Without having to be broken first. And yet, he keeps coming back to your energy. Because you don't demand love, you embody it. And that, to him, feels like both home and danger at once. You've held space for him. Silently. Tenderly. Maybe more times than your heart had strength for. But now, the angels turn to you. They whisper, your light was never meant to be spent proving your worth. Only in expressing your truth. He is walking his path. But you? You must keep walking yours. Don't pause your becoming for someone who is still unraveling. Don't dim your radiance hoping it will help him adjust. The angels see how deep your love is, but they ask gently, have you kept some of it for yourself? There's a softness in you, sacred and rare. But softness is not weakness. It's a force. And it deserves to be protected, not poured endlessly into someone who isn't yet able to receive. You've been magnetic without trying. Healing without forcing. You've awakened something in him, but now it's time to awaken something in yourself. The part of you that remembers, you are more than how someone sees you. More than the silence he offers when he doesn't have words. The angels say, your presence was a blessing, but your peace is a birthright. So breathe. Stretch. Create. Laugh. Reclaim the rhythm of your own soul. Let him witness that your love is not just for him, it is a life-giving current that keeps flowing, with or without applause. He may be part of your journey, but he's not the destination. You didn't mean to be a mirror, but you were. Every time he looked at you, truly looked, he saw a version of himself he couldn't pretend didn't exist. Not the one he shows the world, but the one with wounds still open, dreams still shelved, and needs still unmet. And that's what made you feel both magnetic and unbearable to him. Because when he saw your truth, your emotional clarity and your softness held with strength, it clashed with everything he's been taught to suppress. Your vulnerability exposed his armor, and your steadiness highlighted his chaos. The angels whisper, you were the reflection he didn't know he was avoiding. He wanted you. And yet, sometimes your love felt like a threat. Not because you were wrong, but because you were right. Too right. You made him question what he had settled for. You made him want more, of life, of himself. And that's terrifying for someone who's learned to survive, not feel. This isn't about fixing him. It never was. This is about understanding that your light illuminates not only what's beautiful but what's buried. And still, even with the fear, even with the resistance, he returns to your presence. Because there's a sacred ache in him. A knowing that refuses to go quiet. And when he sees you, he sees who he could become. It doesn't look dramatic. There's no grand confession, no sudden transformation. But it's happening. Quietly. Reluctantly. He's waking up. The angels say, the soul always stirs before the body follows. You may not see it yet. But something is shifting in him, not because you demanded it, but because your presence left no other choice. He hears your silence louder than anyone's words. He feels your absence like an unanswered question, and it shakes him to his core. He starts noticing things. Songs hit differently. Places you've been feel charged with energy. People mention your name, and something tightens in his chest. And though he still pretends not to care, the pretense is beginning to crack. What you stirred within him can't be undone. There's no going back to feeling numb, to apathy, to safe distractions. Because once the soul is awakened, even just a little, it starts craving what once terrified it. The angels show him wrestling now. Not with you, but with the truth. The truth that he wants more than he knows how to admit. That you didn't just touch his heart, you rerouted it entirely. He may still pull away. He may still act confused. But it's no longer because he doesn't feel. It's because now, he does. And that truth is louder than all the reasons he gave himself to run. You feel it, don't you? The rhythm. The push and pull. Like ocean tides that never settle. He comes close, then vanishes. Softens, then freezes. And each time, a part of you asks, what am I doing wrong? But the angels speak clearly, you are not the storm. You are the lighthouse. This cycle isn't about you. It's about him. About how he still tries to control what was never meant to be controlled, his feelings. He tells himself he's moved on. That he's fine. That you're better off without his confusion. And maybe for a while, he even believes it. Until something, a memory, a dream, a scent, pulls him back. He returns. Not always physically, but energetically. You feel it in your chest before your mind can name it. Why does he do this? Because your connection ignites something ancient. Something sacred. And sacred things aren't easy to hold onto when the heart still doubts it deserves to feel. So he resists. He repeats. He rebuilds walls you never tried to break down. But the angels say, each cycle brings him closer to surrender. Each time he runs, he finds a little less peace. Each silence echoes louder. Because you're not just someone he met. You're someone he remembers, even if he can't explain why. And that remembrance, it's working on him. Slowly. Invisibly. Deeply. You didn't set out to heal him. You just loved him. Not perfectly. Not endlessly. But purely. And the angels say, that was enough. Your love didn't try to fix him, it held him. It didn't chase, it stayed present. You didn't demand answers, yet you became the answer he never knew he was searching for. He didn't know that love could be this gentle, this quiet, this anchoring, that it could arrive without drama, without control, without needing anything but truth. You became medicine to him. Not in your words, but in your energy. The way your presence reminded him of home, not a place, but a state of being. You made it safe for him to feel again. And even if he pulled away, the healing began. In the dark. In the unseen. The angels show his heart slowly unraveling, loosening the knots of fear he's carried for years. Not because you forced it, but because you loved without needing to be loved back in the exact way he could not give yet. There's no timeline for this kind of medicine. No expiration date on what was planted. He may never tell you, but your love marked him. It softened his edges. It made him believe, maybe for the first time, that tenderness doesn't mean weakness. It means truth. And you were the first one to show him that. There's a reason you felt like giving up, and still stayed. A reason you can't explain this pull, this quiet faith in something that hasn't fully unfolded. The angel speaks softly now, what you're part of, was written before time. This is no ordinary love. It's a covenant. And every step you've taken, even the ones in doubt, has been watched, guided, blessed. You may think that nothing is happening. But behind the scenes, heaven is rearranging everything. He's being worked on. You are being refined. The spaces between you are sacred ground. The angels say, delay is not denial. It's preparation. So much is being prepared. Your patience is not wasted. Your prayers have not vanished into silence. Your hope is not foolish. Even when you feel forgotten, you are being led. He may not have shown it yet, but the divine has already begun to shift his heart toward you. It won't be forced. It won't be rushed. Because sacred love does not sprint, it aligns. And right now, that's what's happening. You are not chasing. You are being guided. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. Though it linger, wait for it. It will certainly come and will not delay. Habakkuk 2 verse 3. He acts composed. Strong. Like he has it all under control. But the angels see through it. They whisper, he's afraid of how deeply he feels for you. You awaken a softness in him that he's not accustomed to revealing. Not in front of others. Not even to himself. That's why, when things get too close, he pulls away. Not to punish you, but to protect himself. Because letting you all the way in would mean exposing the parts he's kept hidden, even from God. And those parts? They aren't polished. They're raw. They carry shame, memories, and questions he still doesn't have answers for. But here's the miracle. You never asked for perfection. Just for him to be present. And that still feels too intimate for someone who's learned to perform instead of reveal. The angels are guiding him toward surrender. But surrender requires courage. Not the kind he uses to face the world, but the kind it takes to sit across from someone like you and say, this is where it hurts. He's not there yet. But he's closer than you think. And if you've ever wondered if he even cares, the answer is yes. He cares so much that it scares him into silence. The pain before love is real. But so is the love waiting behind that pain. And it's waiting for both of you to be seen, fully, bravely, finally. He may never find the words. You may never get the apology, the clarity, the timing you hoped for. But the angels ask, can you trust that what's meant for your soul will never miss you? Because there comes a moment, after the longing, after the waiting, when peace whispers, you don't have to hold this so tightly anymore. Not because you stopped caring, but because your heart finally learned, real love doesn't beg. It doesn't chase. It simply becomes. You were not sent into his life to convince him. You were the light that revealed the way. Whether he chooses to follow it, that's his journey now. Yours is to return to your own wholeness. To remember that you are not a half waiting to be completed. You are not the space he fills. You are the sky, He was just passing weather. The angels say, let go not out of defeat, but out of faith. Because what is yours by divine right cannot be delayed forever. And if he is meant to rise, he will rise. If he is meant to find you again, he will. And if not, love will return in another form. Wiser, softer, truer. But you must keep walking. Head high, heart open, soul anchored. The Lord will fight for you, you need only to be still. Exodus 14 verse 14.